Thermal expansion is the process where a body expands in area, volume, or shape when heated, occurring in solids, liquids, and gases due to molecular vibration. Thermal expansion in solids involves an increase in length, area, or volume when heated, caused by molecular vibration. Thermal expansion in liquids results in greater expansion compared to solids due to less tightly bound particles. Gases expand significantly when heated as their particles are weakly attracted and far apart, leading to increased volume. Now we can study about thermal expansion of solids here. Linear expansion. So for this linear expansion, I am taking a rod here, a rod which is having a length L1 at a temperature T1, and if the temperature is raised to T2, then the length of the rod is changed L2. So due to the change in temperature delta T, there is a change in length in the rod, that is delta L. So by this we can say that change in length is directly proportional to the change in temperature delta T, and change in length is directly proportional to length L1 also. So by these two we can write that delta L is directly proportional to L1 and delta T. To make this equal, we have to bring a constant here, alpha. Alpha is equal to delta L by original length L1 into delta T, or L2 is equal to L1 into 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1, where alpha is called proportionality constant and also known as coefficient of linear expansion. Definition of linear expansion. When a metallic rod is heated, its length increases. The increase in length is called linear expansion. Definition of coefficient of linear expansion. It is defined as the change in length per original length per unit rise in temperature. Unit. SI unit is Kelvin power minus 1. CGS unit is Celsius power minus 1. If you consider areal expansion, in areal expansion take a thin sheet which is having some area A1 at T1 degrees Celsius, and if the temperature is relative to T2 degrees Celsius, then the area is also increasing. So the area is increased here is A2. So due to change in temperature delta T, there is a change in area delta A. So we can write that delta A is directly proportional to delta T and delta A is directly proportional to A1. As we have discussed before here, it depends on A1 also. So by that we can write that delta A is directly proportional to A1 and delta T. To make this equal to, we need a constant. So delta A is equal to A1 beta delta T. Beta can be written as beta equal to delta A change in area by original area A1 per change in temperature delta T, or A2 is equal to A1 into 1 plus beta into T2 minus T1, where beta is called proportionality constant and also known as coefficient of areal expansion. Definition of areal expansion or superficial expansion. When a metallic rod is heated, its area increases. The increase in area is called areal expansion. Definition of coefficient of areal expansion. It is defined as the change in area per original area per unit rise in temperature. Unit. SI unit is Kelvin power minus 1. CGS unit is Celsius power minus 1. And now for cubical expansion, let us consider a cube. As cube is having an initial volume of V1 at the temperature T1, and the temperature has raised to T2, and the cube has changed its volume to some V2. So change in volume delta V is directly proportional to change in temperature delta T, and delta V is directly proportional to V1. So by this 2 we can write it as delta V is directly proportional to V1 and change in temperature, delta T. Delta V, and to make it equal we will bring a constant. So delta V is equal to V1 gamma delta T, and here gamma is equal to change in volume by original volume into change in temperature. This can be written as gamma equal to V2 minus V1 by V1 into T2 minus T1, or V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus gamma into T2 minus T1, where gamma is called proportionality constant and also known as coefficient of cubical expansion. Definition of cubical expansion or volume expansion. When a metallic rod is heated, its volume increases. The increase in volume is called volume expansion. Definition of coefficient of volume expansion. It is defined as the change in volume per original volume per unit rise in temperature. Unit. SI unit is Kelvin power minus 1. CGGS unit is Celsius power minus 1. Relation between the three coefficient of expansions are: beta is equal to 2 alpha, gamma is equal to 3 alpha. Thanks for watching Pathfinder 6. Like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.